Hello everybody, ciao a tutti and welcome to Art with Ms.B. This is the first mindful practice of 2024. As I told you in the previous announcement, I'm gonna do practices every week until the end of February to kind of, connect with you all and giving you something to heal or just something to make you feel good in these two very tough, long winter months. Every practice will be accompanied with an affirmation, and the affirmation for today's practice is I love myself. I love myself can mean many different things for each one of us. We have different way to express and intend love. When I say I love myself, I invite you and suggest you to think about loving yourself physically, the way that you are, mentally, your ability, capacity, and your challenge, and spiritually, the way that sometimes you don't feel good or good enough. Sometimes your mood is down. You love yourself in the positive and in the negative, in the good days and in the bad days. So we're going to repeat a few times the affirmation during the practice. Remember that this practice is for all age, all level. The process is the focus, not the product. I will use a pencil, mechanical pencil or any pencil that you have available for drawing, a mixed media paper that I actually cut my pad pretty small, so it's not gonna be too big, and you will be able to feel and finish the design together, which will give you this idea of fulfillment of something that it is done. And extra fine Sharpies or any brand that you have available. If you don't have any markers, you can use a pen to go over the lines and to outline the design. Remember, these practices are meant to just guide you and give yourself a moment of positive reflection on yourself. I'm going to switch the camera so we can start. And I'm very excited and very happy that you are with me today.
Okay, friends, here we are with a small piece of paper and a pencil for drawing. And today we're going to focus on biomorphic shapes, which are organic abstract shapes, like this one. We're going to use soft undulating lines to create these abstract shapes inspired by microorganisms. Like think about it inside human cells or plant cells, microorganisms that we cannot perceive with our bare eyes, but they are there, exactly like some feelings and emotions. Sometimes we cannot describe them, but we feel them and they are there. So I invite you to use this practice and this pattern to focus on what is going on inside you. Take a good posture. Focus on breathe in and out from the nose deeply. Let's have a one together. In and out. You can copy what I do, or you can do something a little different. I'm gonna have a soft, relaxing music in the background. You can use the same music, or you can mute my video and you can use your own relaxing music. Remember, nothing that can distract you. Remember that you love yourself. The affirmation for today's practice is I love myself. Have fun in guiding these soft lines wherever you want them to go. Biomorphic shapes don't have to follow any specific rules. They don't have to represent anything specific. They can represent anything or everything. I love myself in my good days and in my bad days. I love myself when I do the right things and when I make mistakes. I love myself when I'm very healthy, and I love myself when I feel sick. Remember to breathe. And now that you complete the pattern, you can put the pencil away, and we're gonna go over and outline it with a Sharpie, and then we're gonna do a repetition of tiny dots to fill those biomorphic shapes. I think I'm gonna do this very, very quietly. I just really need to focus on the practice. You can keep the music going if you wish to do so, or you can switch it to quiet as I did. If you don't go precisely over the pencil, it's not a problem. Try your best, not because of the result that we want, but just because we want to really, really use these lines to help ourselves to stay extremely focused and extremely connected. So if you go slowly and precisely, of course, you are focusing more and you are connecting more your brain to your body experience, which is tracing these lines over again. Remember to hold like a good posture, be in a comfortable place, sit comfortably, and avoid distractions. And you can use every one of these shapes to repeat the affirmation, I love myself. You can turn the paper. I'm left-handed, so I need to be careful that I don't have to go over, because otherwise I will ruin the design. And that happens to me many times, but I still love myself for being left-handed. I love myself when I reach my goals and I fulfill my expectations. And I love myself when I fail, like I just did. I couldn't go over the pencil line, and it's okay. I love my body, the way it is, and the way it works. I love my brain with its gift and its challenges and limitations. I love my personality. I love my moral strength. I love myself when I doubt and I don't have the right solution or the right answer right away. I love myself when I feel joy and also when I feel pain. Now, let's keep focusing on this affirmation and on this focus, and let's keep going, fulfilling this pattern. What I will do, just a repetition of dots. You just have to kind of touch the surface of the paper and press it down, and that's it. You don't have to trace any circle, just this repetition. You make tiny little dots as close as possible to feel these biomorphic, organic, abstract shapes that we created. And in this action, you will learn a patience, and so you will patiently stay in the practice, even when you feel that you cannot anymore, that your mind is kind of going a little crazy because of all these dots. You can slow down, you can take a break, you can finish later, even after my video is done. You can keep practicing at your own pace, but you stick to the practice until it's done. This is more challenging than it looks like, at least for me. I can feel sometimes a little frustration for all of these dots and a little, discomfort, but I still love myself. And I am committed to love myself through this practice. I'm gonna fix my posture a little bit. Every time that you find a new way that you can express the love to yourself, you can kind of say them out loud. During this practice, I love myself as an individual, and I love myself as a part of a community. I love myself as a teacher. I love myself as a wife. I love myself as a mother. I love myself as a daughter. I love myself as a sister. I love myself in the nature. I love myself at home. I love myself when I drive my car. I love myself when I teach at school. I love myself in everything I do. I love myself above everything and everybody else, because only if we love ourselves deeply, we can love other people deeply. I love myself for staying here and committing to this practice, which represents some challenges. The repetition of something over and over, the precision of these organic lines, repeating dots, require fine motor skills and concentration and focus. I love myself for giving myself the opportunity to practice with you all. Remember, friends, you can go faster than I'm going, you can go slower in the case you can finish and complete the video and keep practicing after. You can maybe reduce the size of your paper if this, although it's pretty small, it's too much. I'm thinking that if you are a young artist, if you're a child practicing with me, this could represent like even a bigger challenge because of the fine motor skills involved. You can do the biomorphic shape bigger, or you can work on half of this space so you get to focus on half of the surface. Just try your best to stay committed to this practice and to focus as much as possible and to love yourself even when you think that you cannot make it or that is so too long, too many dots, too much, tiny little details, tiny little details. Love yourself and keep it going. Love the part of yourself that want you to give up because you feel frustrations. Love yourself so much that you can overcome that frustrations and be persistent. And complete this practice. If you feel that your body, mostly like your hands or your shoulders or your arm, get tense, so you can take a little break or just change the posture as I just did, and take a deep breath and send your love and intention on the part of your body that feel a little like sore or tense. That is my stomach. I guess that I'm getting a little hungry with this practice. Good. I love myself when I make mistake, when I speak English. Some days are better, some days are worse. Some days my brain is sharper than other days. And I speak multiple languages, and sometimes it's easy to get confused or to forget some final S, for example, in the plural, or whatever might happen. I love myself when I struggle with English pronunciation. I love myself for being able to speak multiple languages and connect with different cultures and different people. My affirmation, of course, might be different than yours because you will have a different reason to love yourself, but we all also have a similar reason to love ourselves. We love ourselves because we are alive. We love ourselves because we have a brain to think. We have bodies to move and achieve what we want to. We love ourselves because we play important roles in other people's life. We are daughters and sons, we are sisters and brothers, we are parents, we are spouses, we are friends, we are colleagues. So we have many different, we are classmates, right? We are students and teachers, not only in school but in life. So we have so many important roles that we have to fulfill at the best of our ability. And we love ourselves for that, for all the responsibility that we have in life. Since we are kids, I love myself for not getting distracted by the phone and the message that I just received, and stay focused on the practice that is challenging my mental strength to keep doing over and over the same gesture and keep staying in the practice. I need to stretch my fingers and hands. I love myself through tough times. When everything seems to be going wrong, when there are tensions, when there is pain and loss, where is something very difficult that I need to face. And this practice is a kind of a symbol for something long and sometimes overwhelming, a process that takes time. And the challenge to overcome that time and, still stay focused on our goal, stay focused on the love for ourselves, even when we feel that we are getting distracted or tired. These biomorphic forms, these organic shapes that remind us the inside of cells or microorganisms that we cannot see, but they do exist and they have very important functions in our life on this planet. It's a way for us to focus on something that is deep inside us, emotions and feelings that sometimes we cannot label, we cannot define, and sometimes people cannot see from the outside, but they are there, we know, and we feel them. And we love ourselves for that. And our practice is over. I'm going to switch the camera for say goodbye and thank you for stay with me all the way.
Thank you, friends, for stay with me the whole practice. This type of practice, mostly this one of today, represented a challenge. For me, it was a big challenge to stay connected, stay committed to the practice until the very end. This repetition of dots and dots and dots sometimes was challenging my mind to go away or to just stop, and I was feeling a little discomfort and a little frustration, but I overcame that feeling and I completed showing up for myself basically, and help myself and train my brain to stay present, stay focused, and finish what I started. And remember, the affirmation for today is I love myself. And I really hope that you all love yourself and we all love each other, because this world really, really needs a lot of love. I see you next week for another practice and another affirmation that hopefully will make your 2024 better. Ciao a tutti!